Hello, good morning, everyone. Before we start, one, subscribe, two, like, like, share, click the bell button, three, like, leave a comment, subscribed, four, subscribe. Okay. Our lesson for today is the set of real numbers, grade 7 mathematics, week 8, first quarter. For the most essential competency, illustrate and I describe the different subsets of real numbers, arranges real numbers in increasing or decreasing order and on a number line. And for our objectives, define and identify real numbers. Find the union, intersection, and complement of the set of real numbers and its subsets. And then compare real numbers. Arrange real numbers in increasing or decreasing order. Okay, so let's review. Write the following sets in two ways. The set of natural numbers less than 7. Okay, so by lessing method, we can write down all the natural numbers less than 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so by describing the set, no, just describe, no, or you can say the set of natural numbers. So this one is describing, no? So that's the one. Okay, so number 2, the set of natural numbers greater than 7. So by lessing method, we can write, no, all the numbers greater than 7 like 8, 9, 10, and 1 infinite. No, we can use dots to mean infinite. That means walang katapusan. No, all numbers greater than 7 is up to quadrillion, quintillion. No, so and by describing it, we could say that the set of natural numbers greater than 7. No, that's a describing method. All right, next. List all the elements of the following sets. Okay, so we have here the set D with elements of x such as x is a digit in a number 2013. So if we're going to write all the elements, no, and that digit, we can write it just like this, no, or we can list down like 2, 0, 1, and 3. Alright, like this, na? And then 2. Okay, so we have set A with elements of x, such as x is greater than 7. and x is an odd integers. Okay, so odd integers which is greater than 7. So what's that? We can write 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, and so on and so forth. So ibig sabihin infinite. There are infinite odd integers, that is uh, x is an odd numbers greater than 7. Yes, they are infinite. Okay, so next, subsets of real numbers. So let us study now the subsets of real numbers. Okay, number one type of subset is the natural numbers, or we often write the symbol n. So for n, so, are with elements 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. So these that represent infinite numbers of elements, okay? And these numbers are used for counting. Example, 2, 3, 5, 8, and 17. Next, number 2, whole numbers. Okay, we often write it as W. Now, for example, the set of W is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and infinitely. Okay, these numbers are formed by adding 0, no, to the set of natural numbers. So, if the natural number is already 0, we call it whole numbers. Okay? Example, we have 0, 2, 3, 5, 8, and 12. Okay, number 3, integers. So we use z, no, to mean integers. Okay, so we have here zc with elements with infinitely negative numbers. No, pansin nyo to. So that means there are infinite number of negative integers and infinite number of positive integers. Right? They are formed by adding the negatives of the natural numbers to the set of whole numbers. Example, okay, so we have negative 19, negative 8, negative 5, negative 3, negative 2, 0, 2, 3, 5, 8, 17, no? So, meron tayong positive and negative. Okay, so again, natural numbers. Okay, so natural numbers, the set of rational numbers is the set of all members which can be expressed in the form of a over b, where a and b are integers and b is not equal to 0. The decimal representation of rational number either terminates nor repeats. Example, okay? So we have negative 19 is equal to negative 19 over 1. Negative 18 is equal to negative 18 over 1. Negative 5 is equal to negative 5 over 1. Negative 3, negative 2, negative 6, 2, 3, 5, 8, 17, 3 fifths, or equal to 0.6. And negative 2 over 3 is equal to negative 0.666, or 0.6 with, no? Meron siyang bars. Okay, so the fifth kind of real number is irrational numbers. So we often used, no, this, okay, the Q with apostrophe at the top. Okay, so we have the set of irrational numbers is the set of numbers whose decimal representations are neither terminating nor repeating. These numbers cannot be expressed as a quotient of integers. Examples. Okay, negative square root of 2 is equal to negative 1.414214. Square root of 3 is equal to 1.73205. And we have the pi is equal to 3.1416. Okay, example number 1. Find all the subset of the set X with elements 1, 2, 3. Okay, solution. Form all the subsets with no elements. So, no elements, ordinal set. Form all subsets with one element. So, we have 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so, remember, dapat naka-enclose siya sa bracket. Form the subset with two elements. So, dalawahan siya. So, we partner 1 and 2, 1 and 3, and 2 and 3. Form all the subsets with 3 elements. So, isa lang yan. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, set X has 8 subsets. Namely, null set, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 2 and 3, and 1, 2, 3. So, remember, a set is a subset of itself. Notice that this example has 3 elements. And 2 cubed is equals to 8 subsets. So remember, our formula here is 2 raised to n. Now, n is the represent, no? The number of elements. Okay, so the base is 2 and n represent the number of elements. So since there are 3 elements in this set, so 2 cubed is equals to 8. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay? Alright. Example number 2. List all the proper subsets of X. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the proper subsets are, okay, so we have null set, 1, 2, 1 and 2, and 1, 3, and then 2, 3. These are the proper subsets. Okay, list all the proper subsets of the set A, B, C. So, pag kinuha natin yung proper subset ng A, so we have the null set. Okay, we have A, B, alright. Okay, what else? We can write A, B, and then AC, and what else? B and C. So these are the proper subset. Okay, get it? Example number 3. Consider the following set of numbers. Okay, so we have negative 9, negative 1/4, 0, 0.3, square root of 3, square root of 7, pi, 8.4, and the square root of 100. So list all the numbers in the set that are natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers, irrational numbers, and real numbers. Okay, so let's see the solution. Okay. Now, in our example, now the natural numbers. So, we know that these numbers are used for counting. So, the natural number in the set is square root of 100 because the square root of 100 is 10. And 10 multiplied by itself is 100. So, the only natural numbers is 100, the square root of 100. Next, whole numbers. So these numbers consist of the natural whole numbers and 0. So the elements of the set that are whole numbers are 0 and the square root of 100. Letter C, integers. These numbers consist of the natural numbers 0 and the negatives of the natural numbers. The elements of the set that are integers are the square root of 100, 0, and the negative 9. Okay? Okay, letter D. Rational numbers. All numbers that can be expressed as the quotient of integers are rational numbers. Now, this includes negative 9, negative 9, okay, negative 9, because negative 9 is equals to negative 9 over 1. The negative 1/4, then 0, because 0 is equal to 0 over 1, and the square root of 100, uh, no, the square root of 100 is 10 over 1. So also numbers that are terminating or repeating decimals are rational numbers. This includes 0.3, no, with top bar, 0.3 bar, and 8.4. Okay. Now, the last member of the rational numbers is the irrational numbers. The irrational numbers, like a square root of 7, now the approximate value or square root of 7 is 2.73, and the value of pi is 3.14. Now that's the common. So both square root of 7 and the pi are approximately equal to 2 and 3.14 respectively. So real numbers, all the numbers in the given set are real numbers. So like those integers, no, rational numbers, whole numbers, natural numbers, irrational and rational, these are under the umbrella of the real numbers. Okay? So that's the mother, the real numbers. How are we going to explain that? So, okay, for example, you can use the pen, no? So, kasi, ang pinakananay talaga ng lahat ng numero niyan is the real numbers. Okay. Alright. Nakakaantok na. Kasi, pagod din ako kanina. But I need to finish this video lessons para sa inyo. No? So, okay. So, sa kabuuan, no, meron tayong real numbers. Okay, like this. Okay, hikab ako ng hikab. Okay, so, for example, sa real numbers na yan, dyan, no, nakaangkla yung rational at saka irrational. No, rational and irrational. Okay, dyan po nakaangkla yun. Okay. Irrational. Alright. Now, dito sa ano na to, Ano yung mga nakaangkla dyan? Nandyan yung natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, and rational numbers. So, ayan. So, sa rational numbers, nakakabit ang integers, whole numbers, and natural numbers. Alright. Okay, here, example 4. Check the set or sets to which each number belongs. Okay, for example, negative 12. Saan nakaangkla ang negative 12? Okay, so a negative 12 is, so here, ang negative 12 ay naka-under siya sa what? Sa integers, sa rational numbers, at of course, sa real numbers. What about square root of 21? Ang square root of 21 is irrational and rational, or real numbers, okay? And then, negative square root of 37, so that is rational, and also under the umbrella of real numbers. Next, 5. So, ano naman yung 5? 5 is a natural number, a whole number, an integer, a rational number, and also a real number, okay? While the 3.45 is a ratio, so from rational and real numbers. Alright? Did you understand, guys? Okay, don't hesitate to comment your box on or your question on the comment section. Alright? So for questions and clarifications, just write it on the comment section. And before I go, thanks for watching. Always remember that gratitude is the best attitude. Bye-bye. See you again.